Do not listen to this recording whilst driving or whilst operating machinery. Only listen when you can safely relax and bring your full awareness to your own complete comfort. Hi and welcome. My name is Michael Seeley, and it is my privilege and pleasure to invite you to join with me in this guided hypnosis experience. I have personally created this track for you so that together you and I will take a journey of awareness to better explore the powers and dynamic resources of your subconscious mind, to put into action deeper parts of yourself which hold your abilities to change positively from within, to let go of negative attachments, and to rebuild your best confidence so you feel better in all ways. Now, to begin, it's very easy, as all you have to do is listen to my voice and allow my words to go with you as you let yourself settle in for comfort. Your relaxation can start to unfold across these moments into a calming sense of ease. Allowing peacefulness to expand by imagining taking a load off your shoulders or a weight off your chest. And it can feel even more calming to just take in 1 or 2 deeper cleansing breaths whenever you will, breathing in freely and out easily. As you let yourself relax even more, because where we're going now, there's really no need to strive or to try, or to think consciously, because much of this happens for you automatically, since you really do know how best to relax. And it's not so important whether you have listened and relaxed before, right now, or if this is your 100th experience with hypnosis. Since positive changes can and do continue to occur, just like the relaxing changes of each new passing breath. Or the passing of clock hands, or the transitions of natural seasons, as months come and go, and moments come and go. Because this moment right now is the moment which is carrying you always deeper. And you're becoming more aware of many present sensations, which can all feel incredibly good. Subtle states of calm and relaxation. Expanding this sense of peace and ease and tranquility into deeper states within you. Or it may be you're simply aware of your eyes having closed, wondering when exactly did the eyes move down there and decide to shut. Which part of you made that choice? so easily a few moments ago. Because sometimes trancing relaxation can move like a natural, soft, snowy avalanche, as if sliding down a long mountainside of snow, moving at a slower pace that builds. And that's a nice image to ponder. Yet before we go too far, and you slide all the way down to the ends of that depth, in just a moment I'm going to ask you to do something that may seem at first a little curious to your conscious mind. Because I'm going to ask you to open your eyes once again, 3 times in succession. And very quickly you'll find this technique will help you in a faster and very potent way to rapidly double and triple the depth of your hypnotic calm every time you practice this relaxing technique. So now can you open your eyes once more and just allow the eyes to blink again to their open. And just stay here with the eyes held open for a few conscious moments. Until I'll say to you very soon, eyes closed. And when I do, you can use that cue to give yourself the suggestion to picture and imagine a set of powerful magnets across the eyes, magnets that will pull down the eyelids so quickly, drawing them to a very tight and pleasing close. And at the same time, tell yourself quietly, confidently, and with much conviction, I am relaxing now and going much deeper. I am relaxing now and going much deeper. So now, eyes closed, imagining those magnets, if you will, feeling them close down the eyes very quickly, and repeat to yourself, I am relaxing now and going much deeper. Now, take in a few relaxing breaths and realize more and more parts of you are already beginning to move and slide in that blissful way, like that beautiful avalanche of relaxation. As this growing serenity is taking you down and down into even more calm. Now, once more, eyes open. This is your second time to open up the eyes if you can, allowing the eyes to blink as they will, although very likely they feel so heavy and so weary as you just try to resist the urge for their close. Until now, eyes closed, so you can release any trying as you picture the magnets and feel the eyelids pull down so quickly, saying to yourself, I am relaxing now and going much deeper. Much deeper. That's it. That's exactly right. You're doing so well. Going deeper and deeper with every breath you take. Feeling deeper into a profound sense of calm and relaxation. And finding your relaxation is doubling and tripling and expanding. Now for this third and last time, I'll say eyes open. As you open the eyes one last time, allowing the lids to blink, so heavy and so very weary, feeling so weighted because they really do want to close to their full. And it's almost impossible for them not to close as you imagine the powerful magnets. So stop trying now, stop trying completely as I say, eyes closed. And you repeat, I am relaxing now and going much deeper. Deeper and deeper over time. Always much deeper. Moving so rapidly now in the depth of your trance. As you discover more and more feelings of beautiful peace, expanding inside. Your levels of trance are compounding as this avalanche of calm is carrying away all tensions. Like an ice cube that you can imagine will melt when exposed to the warm rays of the sun. All of those tensions inside of you are now just melting away. Melting and melting, and this feels so amazing and so good. To see and imagine all of the body's tightness dissolving now and releasing, as if the ice were now plunged into the warm waters of soothing, natural steam pools. Warming you with many new comforts, which continue to expand throughout your body and throughout your mind, as you subconsciously relax and unconsciously continue. Now, many parts of you feel are crossing those invisible thresholds, those imaginary lines which can divide the conscious awareness from the unconscious flow. And maybe you'd like to begin to picture or imagine yourself unconsciously descending something like a long and circular set of imaginary stairs. seeing a lovely staircase that carries you down to always warmer and cozier sensations of safety and protection, moving you gently down one step at a time. And very soon you come to your complete subconscious rest. Emerging into your mind's larger expanses, your greater potential. To happily discover this protected sanctuary inside of you here. This deepest sanctuary, like an oasis of calm. And everything you see in this sanctuary or oasis now only soothes you so deeply. And everything you hear in this sanctuary only encourages the relaxation of your trance and supports you so well in your journey to your unconscious bliss. Because you really are becoming aware that you are deeply protected, as if by a powerful shield, like detachment. It's like stepping into or donning a suit of shining armor, a suit of armor which repels all negative energies. And it turns down the volume of all negative thoughts and all negative feelings and all negative thinking. Those words just recede and fade. As you begin to feel so much better and better inside. And so much more able to calmly move on ahead, resting and relaxing, as you are so happy to explore all expanding ideas of what it means to be living your very best life. And I wonder in this way, if you can just begin to test, in a way, the freedom of your exploration. Just testing this out, as easily as imagining some of the most exciting and the most thrilling benefits you will see when you've released all negative attachments. As easily as skipping ahead a little bit in time now, like flipping the many pages of a great storybook to come to that exciting part. Could you picture and see a shining, ideal version of you as you look upon yourself in a bright future? Seeing yourself in a happy time, or a future place, when you have already realized how to release all types of negativity. Letting go of many negativities which may have once bothered you way back there, then. Or can you imagine yourself without any of those stresses or worries that used to concern you? Or how would you look? And how would you feel? How would you move and how would you talk? How would you think if you saw yourself now without all of that old baggage? How good would that be? And I don't know exactly how you will imagine floating and moving into this brightest future version of you right now, to step into those behaviors and those new choices which come to you so easily when you really do feel so good. But I do know that part of you knows how to learn to see more clearly and more easily, and how to really feel and how to easily think with such clarity in all of those many positive ways. Because it's your unconscious here which is positively transforming, allowing you certain new changes to occur. New changes to unfold, and new opportunities and new options to expand. Because even as you're listening now and continuing to relax, just by imagining everything that is possible, you're free to imagine something like a powerful and healthy seed of these ideas have already been planted deeply within to flourish and grow and strengthen over time. And very soon you know you will return to your best strength, as easily as that mighty avalanche surpasses and removes every obstacle in its powerful way. And now that's a lot to take in, to even remember how to forget all those things which aren't important, things which you no longer need to hold on to. And it probably feels a lot like relief to just let go of all of that trying. And to better breathe in new daydreams now, by stepping back and returning to your very present. And I wonder if you know and I know it's the present here in which you're seeking to find a better release, to detach from those negativities that are now so unwanted within. whatever images or sounds or words or feelings you'd much prefer to permanently let go. And the good news is, you have finally arrived. Arrived in this important time and place within you to more easily let go. Because finally your subconscious mind is free to begin to learn and make these important changes, to clear out and cleanse all parts and allow a brand new inner deep healing. And now from here on out, all of my words will only match your own inner voice. The voice of your own truth, which encourages all of your best answers. And together we will communicate and talk directly to all parts of your unconscious awareness. To ask now for those answers from the deepest understandings of your important core self. Because you're becoming more and more aware right now of certain sounds and certain sights which are linking within your mind to various past or current memories. And you know, many of these memories are starting to play out now, just like small stories or movie clips, as if suddenly streaming from an invisible projector inside of your mind. As you watch clear crystal beams of the light of your visions shining out to you, all of those changes you seek. Which play out across these scenes and these film clips. Or perhaps it's just one singular, particular scene. One moment you see from your life, projected up there across the giant cinema screen in such clarity. And you begin to watch these old mind movies as they become clearer and clearer in coloured moving images inside of your mind's eyes. And you see yourself displayed up there, reflected back to you on the screen. Yet you feel so detached, so dispassionate, feeling so safe and so calm, because there is distance between you and what you see. And distance now between you and any of those old emotions you're seeing. Just like echoes of energy who feel so safe now and in control. So safe to witness and observe any moment from your life that you now wish to reflect upon and review. because all aspects of your life are now open to be calmly and safely assessed and better understood. And some moments you see you're aware have brought you much happiness and so much joy, so much growth, so much learning. And other moments you see are perhaps more neutral, perhaps even boring or mundane. And some other moments you see have not been entirely to your liking now, or something less pleasant that has been affecting you in some way up until this time. And there is something very important to learn and see in these moments. As you witness and observe these kinds of negative attachments playing out, calmly and safely under your complete control. And you realize that you would prefer to let go of these moments and find your release. Because this process you are undertaking deep now within your mind, to calmly play back and review your own mind movies and stories, is allowing you more and more to positively evolve and to grow with all of your strength and with all of your feelings of choice. To remain in complete control, because you're aware now of recalling your greatest powers, your greatest freedom of choice, to deeply and truly decide what is right and what is best for you in your life and within yourself. So if you choose it now, you may go right ahead by allowing your calm control and your observing self to actively seek out and find that issue in particular, or that moment, or that memory, or that scene that has been bothering you the most and for far too long. Something you know and something you feel is now entirely right for all parts of you to completely let go. As your unconscious begins to see and hear those sights and those sounds, to replay that particular moment or instance from your life. It can look a little bit like returning to revisit an old photograph or an old video clip of yourself. To see yourself back in time, perhaps when you were dressed a little oddly or strangely or differently, in some very worn out fashions of that day. Or to see yourself with an old-fashioned haircut, styled in that older way, or in a way you'd no longer wear. And it's a little funny to see this because you know yourself now so well, and yet you see this memory version of you in this past moment or moments to be a version of you you've long since outgrown. And it's even a little strange to see yourself reacting up on that screen, to witness yourself reacting or behaving how you may have used to react. Although it makes sense to your current understanding, you know this old reaction and this old behavior and this old feeling no longer represents the present you. Because this movie and story clip is now looking so dated. And you begin to see and notice all of those scratch marks across this recording, all of that dust and all of the glitches. As the old scene itself starts to fade and lose all of its colour, you see it quickly turns into an old-fashioned black and white image. And you know, it's ridiculous, really, to finally hear this scratchy recording as it truly is, losing the sharpness of its sounds. Because the more you deliberately rewind and reverse and play out again this movie, you are allowing yourself to play it out to its end completely, over and over again. Replaying it so many times, 100 times or more if you choose. So fast and so many times in a row, one after the other, you see this scene rapidly flying by. This moment you've been carrying inside of you. This emotion, this idea. For all of this time, you see it's now finally wearing out. Finally, the film stock is becoming frayed. The video quality is so poor. And you notice too how much energy this old scene or this past memory has really taken from you. as it still continues to play and replay up there on the screen, playing to its end and reversing and starting again. You realize it's absolutely ridiculous and completely preposterous to allow this event or this moment to have controlled you in any way. To have allowed these faded images, or these scratchy sounds, or these distant echoes of words, or these old-fashioned feelings to bother you for any longer. And not for even one single moment more do you have the time or inclination to be a slave to this want or idea. Because you know deeply now, when you are finally done, inside of your head and inside of your heart, it truly is the time to let all of that go. And this time here is the right time to completely unburden yourself, to let go of this absurd, unwanted grumble, this pathetic, nagging glitch, and this old thorn in your side. Just like that story of the young child who met the lion with that painful splinter in his paw, and the child simply reached down and removed that splinter from the mighty lion's paw. You know, you're really both the child and the lion in this part. Because now it's time for you to allow yourself to let all of this go, to take out that splinter. And as soon as you know and understand this, you can begin to see, as if by some movie magic, you see yourself stepping up and floating into that screen. Being directed by your own commands and under your own control. You see yourself move up there, just beginning to move and raise one hand, just slowly at first, as you watch and direct yourself to do this. You raise your right or left hand, and you move that hand up to touch now against your forehead or against your heart, whichever you know is right for you. Or maybe you choose to touch both with both hands. As you watch yourself in action, it's so amazing to see, because you see your fingers touching your head or your chest, and they now begin to pull out, piece by piece, several small strands of energy, just like beads of dull and dark cotton threads. as if these threads were somehow magnetized to the touch of your hand. And you see your fingers gently pulling out several long filaments of what looks like grey-coloured smoke. Because your fingers are now undoing and untying all of those negative attachments. Removing all of that negative energy that's been stored there. As all of those bothersome ideas and all of those unwanted thoughts and the unwanted feelings that went along with them are now being completely pulled out by their very roots. As you easily untangle and remove these unwanted fibers, until suddenly you've placed an entire bundle of those dark threads into a small, bunched up ball of dull grey cotton or smoke, resting now on the palm of your hand. And now here it is, because you see it completely, and you notice every little part and every piece of that negativity. Just looking so small now, like a tiny grey bubble. And it looks to you so fragile, looking so much weaker and so very old. Because its energies are exhausted and completely spent. Just so worn out, the threads within it are so weak and so frail, as if they would fall apart in the slightest wind. And you smile to yourself to finally realize just how tiny and pitiful this thing that once bothered you is. Just barely a whisper. And it has no power over you at all. Because you finally captured and contained it and pulled it out like that tiny splinter to throw back now into the woods. Now you know you hold so much power here, because you really do have a powerful choice. And if you choose to make it happen, right now, in this very instant, you get to decide to release that grey ball of negativity forever and ever. And finally release everything it may represent. as easily as stretching out your fingers and opening your hand. And taking in a deeper breath and maybe even puffing out your cheeks to finally blow this thing away with all of your might. To send this unwanted grey mist up into the skies. So I ask you now, do you want to let go of this negative attachment once and for all? And if the answer is yes, then you can just take in a deeper breath, a deep cleansing breath. And as you breathe out, you find you can watch in your awe and amazement as you really do puff out your lips and blow on that grey ball and see it float up and rise, lifting from your hand. And immediately inside of you, you feel a sense of incredible relief. A rushing sense of relief that flows down deep and deeper inside you. It's as if a light bulb within you has suddenly turned on. And cleared out those cobwebs to wash and cleanse you and heal you so deeply. As you witness and observe that grey ball of threads caught up in the sudden gust of wind, as fresh and powerful airs arrive, and it moves up and up, further and further away, carried in those winds. Until you see it disappear completely. Disappearing into the farthest blue skies, watching it fade forever as it joins with some old grey clouds, until even the clouds begin to disperse, and all clarity returns. The clouds disappear, and you're aware and left with nothing but the clearest horizons, feeling so light and so free. Now, you really are entirely free of that old issue. And the more you even try to remember it in the future, the more you find that negativity of the past is simply gone. And even in your coming days and weeks ahead, you find yourself amazed when you feel such surprise to notice yourself feeling so much lighter, feeling so much more confident in yourself, and seeing yourself to be the free person who you are. Because having achieved even this single instance of pure release, you find your strength is returning, and this powerful process is already signaling to your infinite creative mind's resources exactly how to link and connect this cleansing to every other part of you that is now seeking the same. And this subconscious clearing happens for you now automatically, as easily as breathing, just continuing to heal you across every new day and new night, growing inside you to be much, much stronger and to be much healthier over time. You feel yourself free in your mind and your heart to easily and spontaneously let go of more and more unwanted attachments. And to easily discard and let go of everything you no longer want or need. And after some time here, you just continue to breathe freely and to deeply relax. Enjoying the sense of all parts of you fully and completely absorbing these ideas. And very soon you begin to see something brand new. Something like a powerful ball of shining light. Like a globe of brilliant radiance appearing somewhere in front of you. You see an orb of starlight made entirely from the brilliance of your own inner strength and your own resolve. And this light is taking shape so very close by. And more you're aware that this orb of energy is the light of your pure positivity. Because happy thoughts and a glowing sense of optimism are now expanding directly into you. As you feel and see that ball of light touching to your head and your chest, and you feel so deeply relaxed to be filled with all happiness and all replenishment. as all healing energies flow now into you. To encourage your every new and positive step. And you begin to see yourself walking forwards now, moving ahead positively down a long and stretched out hallway of light. Traveling a long tunnel made of pure radiance. As every healthy new possibility is now available to you. And every new opportunity is now waiting for you just a little further ahead. Ready for you to explore and to reach out and move into and join. As you move through this passageway, you're feeling lighter and lighter. Filling with such elation and so overjoyed to be moving ahead now under the power of your own easy choice. Your own complete choice. Until eventually you come to see a large and pleasing circular door ahead of you. All of the way down at the very end of this hall. Because moving closer now you see, somewhere written upon this majestic round door is a series of important looking words, powerful markings and very ancient symbols, carved in beautiful and rare runes from some long time ago. And as you investigate closer and closer, you see that those runes begin to glow in brilliant hues of blues and greens. And they begin to hum a very special message just for you. Because they begin to spell out several words as the language there reveals, speaking directly to your unconscious understanding. And you see these words now read: beyond this door, your total freedom awaits. Now truly, you are experiencing a union with the widest universe, because the very spirit of freedom is here to help you make another strong and healthy choice. As you understand you are free to open and enter and pass beyond this powerful door realizing as you do, you are permanently leaving behind all and any old negative attachments. And as you do, you find the door's handle is still workable and so sturdy to touch, and you realize as you turn that handle and open this door, you are already passing through and moving beyond. Stepping now into the infinite expanse of new opportunities and new spaces opening in your heart and in your mind. New spaces where beautiful swirling airs of the cosmos form brilliant patterns of far-reaching starlight, delivering an entire universe of energetic bliss into you. And expanding everything that is positive and confident in your mind and your heart and your soul. Because you see yourself now in your future, having arrived to live with such freedom and joy. Living your best and cheerful life, presently with such grace and such poise. Because you carry your confidence with you like a cloak of self-protection, bringing your most confident self into every positive interaction and to every other person that you now meet in your life. Because you are so calm and so confident, you easily live with such courage to venture forth with a wide open, pure heart in all of your days and all of your nights. Now, you are resting so deeply. And very soon you feel yourself just floating and drifting further and further away. Further and further into ever enchanted dreams. Where only the most tranquil of all sensations and peaceful serenity awaits, bringing you everything that feels so good. Because you are dreaming now, just drifting and roaming to your deepest delight. and there's a smile in your heart as you sleep now, sleeping more easily each and every night. Feeling so wonderfully rested when you do, and you fall so easily into your deep and calming sleep whenever you enjoy listening to this experience again. Just as you're falling asleep now, so calm to move into that sleep. From this moment forth, you know you're living and enjoying your most positive life, and finding only euphoric release in your sweetest, most optimistic, elated dreams. Good night.